I just woke back up. Woo! I passed out after dinner. I had some pizza after not sleeping very well. And then it knocked me right the fuck back out. So that's cool. I look forward to trying to get to bed at a decent hour when I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. That'll be fun. Anyway. Not worried about that. All I'm worried about is the last bit of Genshin we have for this update, possibly. I'm not sure. I know there's gotta be an event, but... because this game's silly. And doesn't update the, beep! Construction! Beep! Terrible. Because this game's silly and doesn't update, like, everything right away, I assume there's gonna be some kind of event that has voice acting, but I'm not sure when it goes live, and two, if it does have voice acting, if I'm gonna bother doing it. I believe I was told the event is, like, some kind of, like, Pokemon collecting minigame, but with mushrooms. I can't imagine there's gonna be that depthful of a story behind that, but I guess we'll find out. But for now, I'm just worried about this. Hey, Dust. Hey, Dada. Alright. We got a quest. The fucking first stage for it was right in front of, the goddamn, the goddamn Adventurers Guild, so I fucked up and triggered it. I thought it was just outside the blast zone. There was a yellow circle like that was, like, just barely off to the side. The teleporter point wasn't quite inside it, so I thought I was fine. I was not. So I do have to play this video real quick.
Next, how about I take you on a walk?
We're going on a walk already, honey. But yeah. Get that real quick. Elaborate on the Pokemon thing? Sure. Yeah, I love when this happens. I love that you can just walk into shit without needing to trigger it. I've been doing that a lot lately.
Hello, traveler. Have you ever heard of a moment of dreams?
Isn't that Nahida's weapon? I can't afford it.
That sounds like some kind of sweet drink.
I'm afraid not. It's the name of an event we started to hold regularly. Dreams have become quite the hot
You
topic
build
in
bonds with them
humanity,
and they fight
and
alongside
many
you.
people are excited to
Pokemon.
share the dreams they've seen at night. The same goes for me. The last time I dreamed was when I was but a little child, so I can't help but feel excited and nostalgic about dreaming again.
Oh, right.
Imagine not
Everyone's
having your
able to
dreams
dream
stolen by
again.
creepy old men.
Yes, we organized an event to give everyone with new dreams a platform to freely share their
Blood,
experiences.
turkey's butt stuff
And
and
thus our event, A Moment of Dreams, was born.
What's turkin?
So, it's kind of like a fireside chat.
You could say that.
Either.
We hear all sorts of wild and fabulous stories every day. Really, why not have a listen
The
for
elf
yourself?
system that Paimon failed to take part in.
Yeah, but
How is
to
there
us,
not a Paimon elf
dreaming is as normal as breathing.
over in Hawkeye?
But if there are free drinks and snacks involved,
That's
then
kinda
Paimon
crazy.
might consider it.
Oh, really? So you mean you've already seen many dreams?
Mm-hmm. But no need to get so excited. It's really nothing special.
No. We need experienced participants like you to share your experiences with dreaming. Please allow me to address you two as dream experts.
That's implying she does something? Well,
Oh,
I know that.
Expert?
I know that
Kinda
Paimon's
likes
useless and
it.
it doesn't make sense for her to be an
Now you
elf.
seem interested. Please,
But
follow
for
me
the
to the meeting
games,
place. It
for
won't
her
take
body
much of your
type,
time.
for the crossover
Rest
marketing,
assured, you'll find all the drinks and snacks
it's kind of
you'd
baffling
like
that they didn't do it anyway.
Wow, how accommodating.
She can have a special ability to throw
Sign us
cupcakes
up.
at enemies.
But wait, Paimon's getting ahead of herself again. We should see what
Or
the
something.
traveler thinks first. Why aren't you saying anything?
Oh yeah, I turned back to the screen for that one. Like, stop pretending I have a choice in anything, Paimon.
Very good. Follow me then.
complete
Do you know
timeline.
what's the most important part of being an expert?
Seems right.
Well, I suppose it must be accumulating knowledge and sharing your experiences?
Nope! It's all about the title. From now on, Paimon will be known as Paimon, the Dream Expert.
Breaking Bad
Oh,
is your favorite scene I've played.
Okay.
I've never seen Breaking Bad, but you know what? I imagine it's pretty good. It might be better than the other Xenoblades. Where is X on that chart? I'm offended. Anyway, okay, got that. Max for weapon JC, congratulations. You're very lucky. I've been thinking about it. I did cave and do a couple of YOLO pulls using my my battle pass fates and my star glitter. I'm not gonna go any further than that. Again, unless people give me the money for it. I just want the best for my baby girl. I know she ain't gonna get it, but it's fun to dream. Alright. I don't know what we're in for. I didn't even think, I'm stupid, I didn't even think about it. I was kind of freely looking at Twitter again. After finishing the main Archon quest to like look at memes and shit, not even thinking like, oh shit, wait, there's probably spoilers for Nahida's quest. I don't think I saw any. I don't think I saw any for her story quest. Like everything looked pretty familiar, so I'm not sure why no one's talking about it, and I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. She's still great without it. I keep telling myself that. Like I said, I keep telling myself that she's great even without it. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna try and get Miko's weapon, and Miko's weapon is literally almost as good, if not better, in some scenarios, depending on how you're playing her. It's a matter of aesthetics. Like, look at her. She deserves it. The Archons, I also just like getting the Archons, their shit in particular. I was this close to rolling for Vortex Vanquisher for Zhongli just for the aesthetics. I didn't. I did it because I kept reminding myself of how shit it actually is on him. I don't know why they made his signature weapon not actually have any synergy with the way his kit works. But there you go. But, yeah, like I said, she'll rerun eventually. Hopefully she'll rerun alongside a character who with a little bit better of a weapon. And I can try then. Gotta keep telling myself that.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. We finally have some real dream experts joining us. Esteemed experts, this way, please.
It's actually not me.
Now,
I gotta call a guy I know
anyone
who's
has
the
any
expert. His
questions,
name's Freddy. Freddy
Please feel
Krueger.
free to ask them.
They must be dream experts
He's
from
the one
another
who's gonna
land.
teach you all.
Great.
If any of you
I have a
overstay your
question.
welcome
Me
and
first,
talk
me
too
first.
much and
No
try to
rush.
distract from Nahida's
Everyone,
screen time.
Please line up and ask in an orderly fashion.
Whoa. Paimon didn't expect them to be so enthusiastic.
They're NPCs,
My
Paimon. They
question
literally
is
have
simple.
nothing more exciting
My
going on in
everyday
their life.
life is very difficult, so I would like to become a slime in my dreams. How can I do that?
I would recommend a very impressive series of light novels. My good friend Ryden is a huge fan of them.
Oh, Paimon knows. Paimon's had this kind of dream before, so she knows a thing or two.
Of course
The
you
first
have.
time, Paimon became an animal slime. Paimon was shot by an adventurer's arrow and flew in the sky all night long.
God, I wish
The
I could do
second
that.
time, Paimon became a dendro slime. A group of kids thought Paimon was a radish and pulled out all the grass on her head. Oh, it was super painful.
So waiting for Dr. Stewie Griffin.
The third time, Paimon became a cryo slime. In the end, Paimon was captured by a chef and turned into a smoothie. And the fourth time, Paimon became a powerful geo slime and went to take revenge on the forest boar that used to bully Paimon. But then the boar showed up with all of its relatives and Paimon lost again.
You
Wait,
get your
why did
shit
all
wrecked
of
in
your
your dreams a
end
lot.
so tragically?
It's her guilt
Because
complex.
slimes are monsters. Even though they look cute, they usually cause trouble and end up getting killed by adventurers.
Paimon knows that one day she's going to betray us and secretly feels guilty about it and craves the sweet embrace of death, so she constantly dreams about dying. It's actually quite tragic.
Things don't tend to end well for monsters. Believe Paimon.
At least she, you know what? At least she knows TV tropes.
I suppose you're right. They are monsters, after all. I just want to experience a different life, but it seems that becoming a monster would be even worse than my current life.
Also, I'm an idiot. Hi, ProZD. I just recognized him. Always good to hear from you.
Maybe I'd be happier if I became just a regular finch. Or fish.
Looks like being an expert is way easier than Paimon imagined.
I am glad he's getting more work.
Next!
Oh, it's my turn. Esteemed expert, I want to know what posture I should sleep in so I can have the same dream as the one I had last night.
What posture were you in last night, Fivehead?
Well?
Your connection is oof ninja. Uh-oh, it might not be you. That might actually be me. 1 second, what's wrong with my internet? Is it my internet or is it Twitch being stupid? Hello again, how's Amane? Hey, O'Neo. You're having internet issues. They seem like they may have sorted themselves out. No, my little stream health bar thingy was red. Which usually means it's me, but it seems to be back in the green already, so I think it was just a hiccup. That happened last night as well. Hopefully it's fine.
Hey, you're supposed to be helping. First, why don't you tell Paimon about the dream you want to have again?
No, why don't you tell me what fucking pose you were laying it down in?
Oh, it's quite ordinary. I sat and chatted with my wife on a sunny day, listening to the breeze blowing through the valley.
That's very wholesome. You're a wholesome man, Ilman.
Why don't you just find your wife and talk with her? There's no need to wait for a dream.
My wife is dead, Paimon.
Oh! Oh.
Well, unfortunately,
Shit!
she passed away.
I was joking! Fuck! Well, now I feel bad. God damn it.
Oh. Sorry. Paimon shouldn't have assumed anything.
I didn't think the game would go there. Oops.
No, it's fine. I didn't make that clear. I just want a chance to see her again.
You got any pics?
Yeah, it's not really about posture. What you think about right before falling asleep is probably way more important.
Oh, is that all I have to do?
Think about it. If you're the one thinking about her, and you're the one that'll be dreaming about her, then it'll be easier to connect your thoughts and dreams.
You do have a point.
I'll
give it a
stop
try
doing that. I
tonight.
can't.
Thanks
I can't
for your
turn it
wise
off.
advice.
Oh, my turn. I want to know the name of the plant in my dream.
Oh, hey, it's Best.
I want to bring the souvenir box to my room into my dream.
I dreamt of a raven flying over the wasteland last night. Does that have any kind of special meaning?
Bruh.
Hey, no rush! One at a time! Their questions were way too difficult. We don't actually know anything more than they do. We're just more experienced dreamers, that's all.
I don't think they really cared about the answers. They're like children with a shiny new toy.
You do have a point. It's more rewarding to explore and contemplate the meaning of a question than to focus on the answer itself.
It's like making fun of an orphan thinking they're an orphan without realizing they're actually an orphan.
Right now, these people are like
Oh, God.
wanderers who've
I'm a
starved
monster.
for 3 days and 3 nights and are desperate to replenish their energy. Any explanation they get now is like
See, 6
pure
minutes for
sustenance
600
to
quid,
them,
yeah.
No matter how good the explanation really is. Oh, and now that Paimon has said that, you know who comes to mind? Bingo!
Baby girl?
If she was here, she'd probably be making some similar analogy. Unfortunately, she's super busy right now. And may not
Session
have
of 3 times
time for
tasty, you won't
gatherings
bother.
like
I
this.
know. I know that it's not quite as detrimental as some people make it out to be, but I'm scared.
Dear experts, we have another guest who would like to consult you.
I would rather hold out for safety's sake and keep pestering MiHoYo to add an option to toggle constellations off and on. What character do I
You saw
main?
how we
Yes.
answered all the questions just now? We're not really all that knowledgeable.
My favorite is probably Raiden, but I like to. I have every character, so I like to actually use them. I switch it up quite a bit.
Ah, but this guest is rather special.
Hey!
My
She's
question
allowed out
was,
now.
why didn't you immediately tell me about such an interesting place?
Also C6 Mona.
Huh? Nahida? How did you get here?
Hashtag DPS Mona.
Interesting events like a moment of dreams don't happen every day after all. No matter how busy things are, I'd still set aside some time to check it out.
You see, if a raven next to someone like this... If you see a raven next to someone who looks like this... Then look again. If the raven is a hot lady, approach carefully with child support in advance. She will be very, very adamant about protecting the chillins.
Anyway, I really didn't expect to meet you here.
Forgot about C6 Mona. It was such a... C6 Mona or me not having Jean for 602 days. Either way, yes.
Oh, right! If there's anyone that understands dreams, it's you! You should be able to help us answer all these questions. You're not wrong. Alright, they can ask me anything. The more interesting, the better.
Oh. Oh my god, do not do that. Don't get nervous. She's a chill god.
Huh? What's wrong? You were all so excited a minute ago. Why the sudden hesitation?
You're very, very cute. They're flabbergasted.
Even so, it's not like I look super intimidating or anything, right? And in terms of reputation and renown, you've also done many great things in Sumeru. Yet they didn't even flinch at you.
I don't know, Nahida, your placement on tier list would say otherwise. You're pretty intimidating.
Alas, the interesting questions have all vanished in an instant. It appears I'm the one spoiling the fun here. I'll
Also
see
keep burning
myself
heart.
out.
I just saw that. Whoever like that.
That's not true, Nahida. I don't want to get in the way of the original purpose of a moment of dreams, which is to let people gather here and freely share their marvelous dreams. Now the atmosphere here is like water poured into a container. The water is more secure and settled, but it has lost its free-flowing nature from the river.
Oh.
I just want it to be another drop in the water, not the cold and restrictive container.
Honey, no!
She's sulking.
They have problems processing their sugar injected into their blood, Nahida. Give it a few minutes, okay, sweetie? The diabetes hits you really strong.
Everyone. No need to be shy. The Dendro Archon is really nice, so please just go ahead and ask.
Literally,
Otherwise she'll leave.
she's so personable. She's not gonna judge. She's great, okay? She's not like some of these other goddamn Archons with their fucking alcohol abuse.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Thank you, ProZD.
Oh, it's the slime guy.
She outsold Raiden already, did she actually? Oh my god. I have really looked at the sales charts. Like, I kind of figured she would. Just, I don't know. Like I said, I genuinely feel like the last, I genuinely feel like the Archon quest is probably some of the best written story Genshin's ever had. And I feel like that actually does help. So just between that, between her being broken at lower constellations even, like I feel like, unlike I feel like people aren't going to be pressured like they were with Raiden to, like, try and wail for her C2 or whatever. And ironically, like, making people feel like they don't have to wail is more inclined to make people wail. People who do want to get her higher. So I kind of thought she would, but that's good. Good for her.
Hey, drop the nicknames, would you? Besides, I don't want to become a slime anymore. Maybe a finch or fish is more suitable for me.
I see. So you want to become a small animal in your dreams, right? Why do you think that sounds good to you?
Yeah. Even, like, real talk, anybody who wants to get her constellations, 1, you don't need them. 2, if you're going to, wait for a better banner. Real talk, just wait for a better banner. I'm sorry. Like, that's the biggest thing. The fact that she's selling as well as she did with the 4-star lineup that she has. Like, she has a terrible lineup of 4 stars.
I guess I just want to experience something different. My everyday life is nothing but the same. The sky is right above me, and the ocean just over the horizon.
Raiden's great, though. Oh, I love Raiden. Don't get me wrong, I love Raiden. But Inazuma's story quest did not have a lot of... Inazuma's, like, main Archon quest did not have a whole lot of staying power outside of Raiden. And again, I know she's great even at C0. But, like, there was an immense amount of pressure back in the day. Like, there were people out there trying to... Like, there was propaganda, basically. Like, there were people, like, literally trying to gaslight other people into thinking that she was useless if she wasn't C2.
So you want to experience something new in your dreams? Sorry, I'm getting a little confused. Why don't you seek out some new experiences in real life?
Because if I don't work, I won't have any Mora. Sure, I don't want to be out hammering nails and cutting wood every day, but I have aging parents and young children to take care of. By the time this all dawned on me,
NPC
I
help.
realized that my
It's a
life
toss-up.
has already been filled to the brim by trifling matters, and I have no more freedom.
We are spending a lot of time with NPCs, but it's also pretty early, and at least Nahida got here early. It wasn't like half an hour of talking to NPCs before we even got her involved.
But if that's the case, then even if you became a flying bird or swimming fish, you will still be hammering nails and cutting wood in your dreams. The reason is you've already been caged. It doesn't matter what your physical body turns into. Your mind will still be stuck in the same predicament.
Really? That sounds pretty terrible. Then what should I do?
I don't know everything that you're going through, but how about replacing your hammer?
Huh? Replacing my hammer?
That's right. Having worked for such a long time, you of all people must know what makes a good hammer.
Well, of course. A good hammer needs to be heavy enough to drive the nail in with just a couple taps, and the handle has to have a good grip to it, not too smooth. Come to think of it, I haven't replaced my current hammer in quite some time.
You should replace it. Then decorate
I
the
dreamt
handle
about
with
turning
something
into
you
a
like.
slime.
Maybe some ornaments?
Clearly I need a new
fur,
hammer.
Or hard leather wrapping. Then, write the names of your children on it.
That makes sense. I think it'd give me a good boost of energy at work.
Or, you know, you could just get a Do It For Them poster with your kid with pictures of your kids on it.
A new sense of adventure often begins with the little things in life. You don't need to become a bird in the air or a fish in the sea. You only need to do your best in life, and all those things you cherish will become your source of happiness.
Yes, I get it now. This is a real eye-opener for me. I'll go and pick out a new hammer right away. No, I should make one of my own. Thank you, Great Dendro Archon.
That's our Nahida. Only you would know how to get right to the heart of the problem. Actually, I didn't really understand the problem. Huh? I gave him that advice because I once saw a worker doing the same thing. Whenever he became tired, he would look at some names on the handle of his tool.
Nahida, you unoriginal hack.
After a moment, he'd start to smile. It really surprised me at the time. My guess is that the names on the handle were of important people to him.
You find yourself looking at some of the Sumeria ones more often, like, wow, if only the designs weren't just painted onto these base bodies so flatly. Yeah, like a couple of them have someone was mentioning that yesterday, like the poor woman who we had to gaslight into being guilt tripped for helping make Scaramouche a god. Like hers was slightly more unique looking than usual, and then the other leader of the Desert Bandits, the ones who were following King Deshret. Yeah, like you could make it work. It's gotta actually try a little bit. Yeah, that's a valid way of dealing with it. Drawing on similar experiences.
After observation, I know this kind of behavior motivates people. But why is that? Is it because of excitement, anticipation, or helplessness? I really don't know. And even if I could know what's going through his mind, it's still difficult to fully grasp his feelings. Oh, Paimon gets what you mean. Huh. Paimon had no idea it takes you so much effort to understand these kinds of things. That's why I was a bit nervous just now. But luckily, seeing his happy face in the end reassured me that I didn't say anything wrong. Don't mind me, though. This is just my way of learning.
Happy to help if you ever need it, baby girl.
Hey, don't forget about Paimon! Everyone knows that Paimon's also super skilled at reading people's feelings. Thanks, you two. That makes me feel a lot better. Let's move on to the next question, shall we?
What's your idea, JC?
I already asked the experts my question earlier, but I wanted to hear the Dendro Archon's response too. What should I do if I want to see my deceased wife in my dreams every night?
Longing for the deceased.
Banner of Nahida and Dr. Stewie Griffin slap fight each other. Oh my fucking god. She doesn't remember Ruka Devada.
Even if you keep reliving those beautiful memories, it'll only highlight the emptiness in your real life. If your wife were still alive, she certainly wouldn't want to see you like this, would she?
No, I suppose not. But our time together in my dreams is not just reliving our past together. I don't know. Maybe it's because I miss her too much. But it's really as if she had come back to life in my dreams. She even remembers each and every dream. After I wake up and then continue dreaming again later, we can pick up our conversation right where we last left off.
That's really amazing. Statistically speaking,
with Scaramouche dead on the floor in the background.
It's almost as if my wife has obtained a second life in my dreams. But the more vivid she appears, the emptier I feel, and the more painful it is when I wake up.
They actually paid this
I don't know
set.
whether to call it a blessing or a curse.
Yeah, this guy,
Maybe all of this is
I think
rooted
that
in your
might
deep
be
longing
Sean
for her.
Chiplock pulling double duty.
Were there any unresolved
I'm not sure. He
matters
sounds
or
familiar,
regrets
though.
between the two of you?
I don't know.
Yeah, Scaramouche doing the Family Guy
I
pose in the
suppose
background.
my
There we
biggest
go.
regret is that I couldn't
Perfect.
spend the rest of my life with her. I really felt like I was ready to move on. I wouldn't be so hesitant now if it weren't for these hyper-realistic dreams I've been having.
Huh. You know, they say that whatever's on your mind is what goes into your dreams. But dreams are, and will forever be, just dreams. We are people living in the real world. It's not good to be overly obsessed with dreams. All it'll do is fill up your mind and eat away at your thoughts.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm also a little disappointed in myself. I still need to take care of our child. And it's probably not good to let her see me in such a state. Anyway, thanks for your advice. Great Denzo.
My meds are kicking in. You gotta try to do something, Ninja. If not, no worries.
I'm a little
But if
worried
so,
about
you
him.
are my hero.
I hope you can find a way to cheer up soon. I think I can handle things from here. You don't need to stay here if you find it boring. You're here to have a good time, after all.
Eh.
Another recurring dream?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it's some kind of hint.
Going through other people's problems while we take care of this, I guess.
Are you feeling any better now?
I miss my wife,
Yes.
Tails.
I think the Dendro Archon made a really good point. I need to stop dwelling on my wife like this and move on with my life. Now that I think about it, my wife and I always meet at a familiar place in my dreams.
Oh.
I know where that place exists in
Yeah,
reality,
JC, same.
but it's a bit far and dangerous. I don't dare to go there on my
I
own.
still have ones like that about my
But
grandpa once
At
in a
the
while.
same time, I feel as if I should go and have a look anyway. Perhaps I'll be able to move on once I see that.
Is this
there's
the first
nothing
country
there.
where citizens praise the Archon? They're definitely one of the most respectful. Like, again, this is the country that loved Ruka Devata so much they literally basically neglected and abused the new Archon. They loved the old one so much for creating Reddit or whatever. But yeah. Mondstadt, they were pretty respectful in Mondstadt, but you know. No, it's hard to accept that praise knowing they're praising Venti.
Otherwise, I'll keep on feeling like everything is covered in a haze.
It's like, that one doesn't
Like I'm
count.
only
They don't
half
really
awake.
know what they're praising.
Once I can stop dreaming about that place, I'll probably be able to get my life back together.
Venti also doesn't even really I know they don't know that, but still. Venti also wouldn't necessarily want the praise. Again, Mondstadt's whole thing is the City of Freedom. They're not really contractually obligated to praise him for anything. He wouldn't even want that, I don't think.
Actually, you two are adventurers, right? If it's okay with you, could you escort me to that
Even
place?
people who actually work for the church that directly does explicitly worship him. They're not even contractually obligated to know his real name. Ain't that right, Rosaria? Lord Barca Betas? Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, it
Sure.
might also be a good chance for us to unwind. Even if you can't see your wife there, taking in some nice scenery will definitely help cheer you up.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I missed Rosaria. She popped up briefly in the Razor event, but just in general.
All right, go ahead and get yourself ready then.
I feel like they're really neglecting the hangouts. I'm not sure what happened with the hangout events. Like, they crapped out a shit ton of them right away. We got, like, what, 4 when they first introduced the concept, which was fine. And then it seemed like the pattern was going to be 2 per patch. Like, we kept getting a couple more new ones. Then it seemed like we were just going to get 1 every time a new character we got a new 4-star character, and, like, maybe a new one for an old character with it. And now it's just kind of, no. When was I think the last one we got was Hazo, right? That was a fucking while ago at this point. Speaking along for the deceased, I'd better tell Nahida about Ruka Devata. Or better not tell her. Or better tell her what? No! No, you
Are
fool!
you headed off to some interesting place without telling me again? Huh? Wait, aren't you supposed to be answering questions? I just finished, and I really got a lot out of it. So many interesting and novel thoughts. Anyway, it looks like you're
That
going
helps.
somewhere.
The case will be part of the main
Why don't
story
you take
after
me
that,
with you?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. They could if they really wanted to, especially with people like Nahida. Nahida can literally just gotta take control of our body anytime she wants, apparently. So, maybe she'll pop up again in the main story down the road? I don't know. Ito's stage acting. Ito was the fucking MVP of that hangout event. I can't believe he upstaged Hazo like that. Hey, Boo.
Oh, there's no need to trouble you, great Dendro Archon. I imagine you must have many other
Just dropping by to
important
say
things
hi,
deal
got a
with.
dip. No worries, always good to hear from you. Hope you're having a good one.
No need to stand on ceremony.
Besides, I wouldn't have asked to come along if I didn't have a good reason. I wanted to use this opportunity to discuss with you some things that are puzzling me right now.
Huh. I didn't know the great Dendro Archon could become puzzled too.
I'm not all that different from you, you know. Alright, let's go. We can talk on the way.
I better go with her. This whole thing I shouldn't tell her will take a while to tell her. Oh, you're really gonna do this to me. You're really gonna put it up on a cliff. You're gonna put it up on a cliff, but far enough away from teleport point. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I'm still getting used to the fact that I can do this now. That's so helpful. Good God. Is it safe to say that Zhongli, Venti, and A are idiots? Might be putting it slightly harshly. But, yeah, kind of. For the record, I love all three of those characters. But yeah. Thinking about how little they actually helped us out in the grand scheme of things in retrospect, especially compared to Nahida now. Yeah. She is, like, it makes sense. She spec'd all into wisdom. She is the Archon of wisdom. She is by design the smart one. It's just sad.
It's always nice to go for a leisurely stroll.
Huh. Do adventurers often go to places like this?
Yeah, they usually put me far away from a fast travel point.
Huh. I guess so.
So, this is where you always meet your wife in your dreams?
Yes, for the most part. Our place is on the summit, just up ahead. When I saw her in my dreams, we didn't do anything but talk about ordinary, mundane topics. I'd tell her about our daughter, Haidar, and she always listened intently.
No, we'll give Venti slight credit where it's due. Venti was not so drunk that he thought it was a good idea to just give his gnosis to the Russians. They did actually have to take his by force. His is the only one they've had to take by force. I mean, they would have taken Nahida's if she hadn't agreed to negotiate for it, but yeah, fucking Venti got kneed in the stomach, and then they just fucked off with it.
She would also reminisce about the past with me, telling me interesting stories and cracking jokes. It feels like no matter how long we may chat, it's never enough.
Sometimes, it's the little things in life that matter the most.
This is the part I'm a little puzzled about.
He didn't even care. It probably should have been a bigger deal for him than it was, but hey. Zhongli saved himself by thinking his death. He didn't even save himself. It wasn't even about him. He was literally just bored with being the guardian of Liyue and, like, wanted his people to grow up and fend for themselves or whatever. He wanted to let his baby birds out of the cage or whatever. And for some reason, he thought the best way to do that was by technically inadvertently helping anime Russia unleash a hell beast on them. And then fucking just giving it to them in exchange for playing along with his plan.
I'm very familiar with dreams, and normally, they lack logic and continuity.
And then Raiden was basically a Nazi. It's a little fucked up to think about in retrospect.
You said she could remember what you had told her before, right?
That's right. She always listened to me carefully in real life, and now she's
doing
the same
I
in my
would have gone Mama Bear broken kneecaps. Oh, I did. That brief moment when we were fighting Scaramouche, when it seemed like he got her, and that he was gonna rip it out of her chest before she revealed the Keikaku. before we learned that Nahida is fucking Doctor Strange and was running this shit through a simulation. Like, the first when we saw that, though, I thought maybe he actually was gonna get it.
She always surprises me with some details from our lives in the real world. The fact that she can remember such things makes me feel like she's alive.
Zhongli might be the biggest idiot of the three. He might be. I love Zhongli. He's great. Very handsome man. I love Keith Silverstein, but yeah, his is probably the most selfish and stupid of all of them that have gotten their shit taken away.
Whoa, that's pretty weird. Well, dreams are kind of weird to begin with.
However, the problem is that his dreams have too much structure and continuity. Most dreams are far more fragile than you can imagine.
Someone
For
fucking with his
example,
brain?
A loud noise outside your window in the real world could cause your dream self to get loaded into and fired out of a big cannon. Another example. If you're thirsty in the real world, then you might find yourself trudging through a desert in your dream. But the appearance of your wife seems unusually stable and unaffected by any outside interference. Statistically, this should be extremely rare.
I don't understand it either. But I have no reason to suspect or reject these dreams. They're too beautiful.
What would be the point of this? Giving this guy an ongoing series of dreams with his wife. Is there some weird Inception thing going on? This guy knows, like, secret access codes or something? He has to keep they gotta keep beaming dreams of his wife into his head until eventually one day she asks for the access codes? Lure him into a false sense of security? Sure.
I still want to figure out the how and the why. These kind of dreams are novel to me as well. That's why I want to have a look at the scene your dreams have been taking place at. Let's go. Just think of it as a nice little hike to the top
Oh
of the
yeah, that
mountain.
did happen, yeah. Yeah, Zhongli also has no money. He is a god that literally has the ability to pull an infinite amount of money out of his ass. He decided he wanted to retire and be a human. And live as a human or whatever. And yet didn't think to, you know, fucking bring some money with him. But if he had all the money he needed, what would be the point of working at a funeral parlor? Almost like he didn't need to work at a funeral parlor.
Well, he really wasn't kidding. This place definitely isn't safe.
No matter. We'll just finish them quickly.
Huh? Are you going to fight too, Nahida?
Of course. This is all part of our little
Please don't
trip.
replace Mime and Nahida with a trial Nahida again. Please don't noblesse oblige me. They noblesse obliged me. You know the worst part about this, on her specifically? You know what makes this the worst part of all? Fucking... it didn't do what I thought it did. Never mind. I thought the 4-piece effect was only increasing the person who has it equipped elemental burst. but no, it's the whole party. And I was gonna be mad, like, her burst doesn't even do damage. But no, okay. It's technically still alright, but just good God.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? Hey!
It's not as bad on her as it was on, say, Sinnoh.
Dance with the waves!
Ow!
Here! Wait!
You could have invested 1,000 years ago and gotten super rich. Investing? Is that a wine?
It's amazing! It also seems like a great spot for eating snacks and taking a nap. Paimon wouldn't mind spending some time here every day either.
I've yet to see anything strange
Oh,
about
that
this
meme
place.
about fighting Mecha Scaramouche.
I do not plan to
I fought
deny
him
the
again
power
off screen.
of
I
longing.
still can't figure out how to
Such an
fucking
intense but unquantifiable
stop that
emotion
that
could indeed
insta-kill
have
move.
the power to organize dreams.
His wife must be a really amazing person.
I know there's got to be a way to do it. There are instructions that tell you how to do it, but like I cannot figure out for the life of me like what it wants me to
So
do.
you were waiting for me here? Well, guess what? I've brought someone amazing with me today.
Oh, this guy's high as fuck.
When the Dendro Archon said she wanted to come with me, I could hardly believe it. I'll bring Haidar once I'm more familiar with the way here. She's been telling me that she really misses you.
Huh? What's wrong with him?
He's high as
There's
fuck.
nobody there.
Wait, Minar. Don't go that way. It's dangerous.
Uh-oh, he's gonna fall! Catch him!
Yeah, we totally did that. Don't worry about it.
Whew. Luckily he didn't fall. But what was all that rambling about? He also looks like he's passed out.
He's in a dream now. What he said just now matches almost perfectly with the dreams he's described to us earlier.
Oh, so he fell asleep and started to have the same dream?
I find it a little strange as well, but we mustn't awaken someone while they're sleepwalking. All we can do is sit here and wait.
Huh? Minar. Where's Minar?
Oh, good! You're finally awake!
Your wife is dead, honey.
What happened?
He was sleepwalking.
Huh? Sleepwalking? Oh, right. It was all just a dream. The moment I reached the summit, I saw my wife, Minar, sitting there, and walked over to her. After I introduced her to you, she seemed a little flustered and started walking away. I told her to stop because of the cliff, and then she seemed to suddenly disappear.
Why is Nilu's bloom aura lasting
A
so
strong wind
long?
started to blow around me, and the sky grew
It won't
dark.
go away.
When I realized something wasn't right, I woke up.
That sounds pretty wild. Maybe you were just too tired.
I don't think so. I slept a lot yesterday, and I don't feel very sleepy now.
Maybe we've affected the way his subconscious constructs dreams by following him here. Anyway, all that matters is that you woke up safe and sound.
I think I know what happened now. I'm sorry. If it weren't for you, I would have fallen.
Let's head back now. Don't come back to this place again for the time being.
Oh, okay.
Nahida, what's on your mind? Paimon's a little worried now.
We still don't have enough evidence to work off of, so it's hard to draw any reliable conclusions yet. But I'm concerned that Ilmon's case may not be unique to him.
Oh, right! Come to think of it, there were lots of people from the event who had vivid memories of their dreams.
Right. And not only at a moment of dreams, there may be people like this all across Sumeru. We need to understand what's happening and the rate of its development as soon as possible.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's head back. Stop standing there, Ilmon. Let's go.
We really shouldn't leave him here. We really shouldn't trust him to leave here willingly. We're dumb. You know, they won't give those animations just because every similar case would need one. However, there's the Honkai solution of the 2D CGs. You would this game has done that. Like, this game literally does like the live 2D artwork sometimes, and it always looks great. I'm not sure why they don't just use that more.
Oh, you're back already. How'd it go?
We have an emergency on our hands. Please notify everyone here that while they can continue to discuss their dreams, they mustn't try to visit or recreate the locations and scenes that they have been experiencing in them.
What? All right, if that's the wish of the great Dendro Archon. But could you at least tell me what happened? You all look so serious. I see. I never knew even a dream could be so dangerous. Don't worry. I'll be sure to notify all the event participants and inform the other staff members about what has happened. Using the event registration list, I should be able to contact more people that were interested in dreams and warn them about the situation.
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
Let me confirm if all of today's participants are still here. Atta has already left. It seemed that he was on his way to make a hammer, so that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, wait a second. Where's Katya? Has anyone seen Katya? Has she already left?
Who?
Oh, I think she already left. She said there was somewhere she wanted to go.
Oh no. Did she want to look for the place from her dreams too?
Can you tell us where she went?
Yes, she did briefly mention it. Somewhere near Chatrakam Cave.
Alright, thank you. We'll go look for her. Please help us tell the others not to do anything reckless.
Sure thing. Who would have known things would have turned out like this?
Aside from that cool Stanley quest, who is the most active Archon assisting their own followers? I'd say definitely Nahida. Like the fact that even while she was locked up and could only like fucking dream walk and to talk to people, she was actually still trying to help people. Helping like whatever who Charizard. That lady. Oh, you were saying, not asking. Don't mind me, I'm still tired.
Look, she's sitting over there and surrounded by monsters.
Come on, let's rescue her.
Grow.
We shall prevent.
Through me, justice is served. Guilty. You stay condemned.
Get down here! Oh my god, this bitch. Fuck you, you flying chicken!
Let's leave her alone.
Positions.
All eyes on me.
Get down here! There we go.
Surrender.
She seems to be in the same condition as Ilman earlier.
Yes, but luckily
Yeah, but
she
you are an
hasn't
Africa,
been
that's
injured
about
or
what I
jolted
have.
awake yet. Let's
I think I passed
carefully
back
move
out
her
at like
somewhere
5:30.
safer.
See you tomorrow, Professor Aisha.
Aisha!
Why am I back here again?
Your professor is the second yellow Power Ranger? Kino.
Dreaming? But what about Professor Aisha?
Why did you immediately pronounce her name
I
differently?
see. It was all just a dream. Well, that makes sense. After all, it hasn't changed a single bit.
Huh? What's it?
Hey, Stu.
Nearly 20 years, and it still hasn't bloomed.
Does it have something to do with your dream? Please, tell us what you mean.
Sorry. I'm still feeling a little groggy. Please give me a moment here.
Has he
Alright.
shown up yet?
Where
No.
to start?
No, I don't
Right.
I feel like he
This
probably
plant.
won't here.
So, Professor Aisha gave me this plant just before she left. She was a good friend of my parents, and my first
I feel like
real
he's not gonna
tutor.
wake up
She
from
was
his
also
coma
an
until
outstanding
his
Amorta researcher.
or I don't know.
In addition to her
I guess he'll
extraordinary
get a story
academic talents,
quest.
she was also skilled in combat and would accept lots of work from
Maybe
the
that'll be like
Adventurers
the
Guild.
interlude. Like
Oh.
Shenhei's quest that
So
we're
you
talking
mean
about.
she's left on an
That
adventure?
they're gonna start doing more of. Maybe he'll wake up there next
Yes.
patch.
When I was about 10 years old, she told me that she must go look for the secrets of the abyss, and that she
No
would be
punching
gone
bag
for
for
a
you
long
today. You gotta
time.
settle for 5.
I
huh?
grabbed hold of her and wouldn't let go.
Oh my god.
I didn't know what the abyss was. I just knew that she was like family to me. She hugged me, and we cried for some time until I fell asleep. When I woke up, I was already back home. She still decided to leave, but had left behind a letter for me saying that I was the person she cared for most in this world.
That's gay.
She claimed that investigating the abyss could help more ordinary people protect the people and things they care about. She had obtained some important evidence during her past adventures. If she didn't set off right away, she might miss the perfect opportunity.
Guess Ad Astra Abyssosque isn't just a slogan.
She left a seed in the letter, telling me that if it sprouted and bloomed, then she'd come back no matter what sort of risky situation she was in. She said she looked forward to seeing me all grown up. But strangely, I've tried watering it, feeding it, everything I could think of. But I've never been able to get it to bloom. I even went to ask the Immorta researchers, and they couldn't explain it either.
May I have a look at the plant?
Of course. I was hoping the great Dendro Archon could help me solve this problem.
Let me see.
Huh? We've never seen that look on Nahida's face before. She looks a little unwell. Hold
Hey,
on,
Beth.
we'll be right back.
Sorry that Fate's butt fucked you again.
What's wrong, Nahida? You
I
can't
would
tell
have been
what's
there
wrong
to
with
try
the
to
plant
help, but I
either?
passed out again.
No, I immediately understood what's happening with that plant. I'm just not sure if I should say it. This plant is not known to the academic world. It's a new species that our teacher managed to cultivate by some special means.
Oh my god, Fuhua and Kiana art.
Judging by its features,
Kino.
I can tell from the moment it sprouted, it'll never be able to bloom.
It can't be.
It means that this Professor Aisha she keeps mentioning might have foreseen the danger and was prepared to never return. From my experience observing people, she would undoubtedly regard this as a brutal revelation. When forced to confront such brutal truths, people may break down into tears, talk nonsense, or lose their tempers. I know she has to face the truth, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt her. Tell me, what should I do?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Seems like you've already got a good idea of the feelings she might experience.
But wouldn't that mean I'm just pushing it all on you? What if she just gets angry at you instead?
Ah, she's an
It's
NPC.
alright.
She doesn't have real
There
feelings.
are all kinds of people.
Okay.
Oops, shit.
Thank you.
My bad.
Let's go back and tell her.
Huh? It'll never bloom? But how's that possible? If a plant is unable to bloom, doesn't that mean it can't reproduce either? All that's left for it to do is slowly wither away. Are you saying
Live stream chat?
she never intended to return? Seriously? So everything she said was a lie?
Yep.
She meant well. Since the separation was inevitable,
Fuhua, just
she
kidding,
hoped
just
that
kidding.
you would be able to come to grips with such a cruel parting a little later in life.
Well, it happens. NPCs don't have rights.
Yeah, her love, care, and attention to you, all those warm moments were real.
I guess she had hoped that you could understand and respect her choice after learning the truth.
I see. Sorry, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it's just so much to take in. The dreams are so beautiful. Yet reality is heartlessly cold. I really thought she had come back. I had so much to tell her.
These dreams may not be as pure and beautiful as they seem. Some kind of power may be exploiting your feelings.
Really?
Yes. So with that in mind, until our investigation is completed, please return to the event and ignore any further temptations from your dreams.
I see. Thank you for rescuing me, and sorry for the trouble. Luckily, the plant didn't get hurt either. Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything left to remember her by.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. She seems to have finally accepted the truth, but I think she'll still need a long time to come to terms with her feelings. I saw her waver the moment you mentioned love. It was almost like a gentle rain, arriving just in time to put out a fire that was about to spread.
It's because people have something called empathy.
Empathy?
It's true.
I see.
With how you are, I find it
This
very hard
is
to believe you didn't
valuable
already know
knowledge
that.
Indeed.
Maybe you and your brother
By the way, you said there
got
may
married
be
and do it as soon
something
as
that's
possible.
trying to
Outstanding.
exploit their
I'm so glad he's
feelings.
back.
Any idea what that might be?
Yes. What's common between Ilmon and Katya's cases is that they've both lost someone dear to them. And now, they get to meet the people they cherish in their dreams
Outstanding.
again. And the people feel more real than anything a regular dream could hope to create. Instead of interpreting it as a result of their longing,
What
I
a
have
what
to
a
consider
fucking
a more
cool guy.
antagonistic explanation.
Jesus
Someone is
Christ.
taking advantage of their longing.
Yeah, they're just causing these people to dream. What are they after?
I mean, I
This is
wouldn't say
exactly
just
what
causing
we
people to
need to
dream and one of these guys just walked off a
Anyway,
fucking cliff.
Let's pay another visit to a moment of dreams. I have a bad feeling about all this. I hope things haven't gotten any worse.
And he's leaving again tomorrow, yet needed this done today? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Amazingly human-like robot able to commit thousands of mistakes per day. Robo-Kai DLC when? Robo-Kai and Venom Duo character, please, I need it.
We're back. How's everything here?
People are passed out on the ground.
I am so sorry, Great Dendro Archon.
I
We're
don't
still
think it's
trying
very
to
good.
figure out how to explain the whole thing to everyone. Because of your warning, we've brought dreamers here, even if they were
Gotta go
completely
take a shower,
unaware
see
of the
it, but
danger.
that's-
But some of them have already
This
fallen
quest should not
asleep,
take nearly
and
as
they
long as
haven't
the one
woken up for a
yesterday
long
did, so we're
time.
probably gonna rewatch the last 6
I
episode
fear
of Code
there's
Geass
nothing
after
we can
this.
do about it.
Be a relatively
A
early
moment
one.
of dreams is just a small interest group. We don't have enough staff members to handle this.
Just as I expected. It seems my guess was correct.
It's the Dendro Archon. She's back.
What happened? Why have we been gathered here?
Many of you here have been experiencing some beautiful dreams. But I'm
Keto
sorry
persona
to tell
art.
you that
Beautiful.
based on our investigation, there's some kind of conspiracy behind them. Before we learn the truth, please don't try to recreate the scenes in your dreams. Whatever you see, don't be tempted by them.
Huh? But
I don't think it's a big deal. Aren't we just dreaming? It's not like dreams will have an effect on others.
We've already met 2 people who ran off to the countryside alone and got caught in dangerous situations by falling to the temptations in their dreams.
That's right! These aren't just dreams! It's serious!
All right, I get it.
so does that mean once we have some conclusive results from the investigation, we can continue to enjoy these dreams?
Yeah, I still want to visit my sister in my dreams. I'm sorry if what I'm about to say sounds a little offensive, Great Dendro Archon, but we had a discussion with the folks who just arrived here. In all of our dreams, we were able to reunite with people who were very close to us. They all seemed as if they were alive again, which makes us reluctant to wake up.
Yes, that's also what we've observed in our investigation.
So if the results of this investigation would mean an end to those dreams, that'd be quite cruel to us. All of us understand the danger, but perhaps you can't quite understand just how much those people mean to us. I don't think everyone will be on board with the plan to abandon these dreams for good. Before the conclusion of the investigation, they'll at least want to meet the people in their dreams one last time and say goodbye.
We've never had such a difficult situation before. It appears that not many people are willing to cooperate.
So they still want to return to their dreams despite knowing the danger?
That's right. Compared with these sweet and beautiful dreams, our warnings of danger are dull and emotionless.
It's never that
It
easy.
looks like the situation will inevitably spiral out of control. The more time we waste, the more people will ignore our warnings and return to their alluring dreams.
So, what should we do?
Seems we have to go into a dream and find out the truth for ourselves.
Gotta kill Freddy.
Petrush, is there anyone here who's experiencing a marvelous dream right now?
Was there a bounty already set for the Yakuza movie?
Yes,
Not to my
this
knowledge.
way.
I do not believe so.
Good. Please take us there.
This lady refused to heed our warnings and fell asleep here a little earlier.
There's a Yakuza movie? There is.
She's only
It is
asleep.
apparently really
Who hasn't
bad.
started sleepwalking.
And Majima's
It
eye
seems
patch
she
is on
hasn't
the wrong
sunk
eye.
too deep into her dream yet.
Do we also need to fall asleep if we want to go into her dream?
Don't worry about that. I'm Lesser Lord Kusanali after all. Now, don't be nervous. Just close your eyes. Imagine yourselves as waves gradually rolling onto the
I'm a
beach.
leaf on the wind, I'm a
You
leaf on the
slowly
wind,
wash
I'm a leaf
over
on
the
the
shore
wind.
and sink into the sand.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong, Traveler? You look a little disoriented.
Uh-oh. Mm.
Oh, okay. Just remember that Paimon is always here for you. Anyway, seems like we've made it into the dream.
I thought we would arrive at some familiar scene, but we seem to have landed in a completely unfamiliar place.
Whoa. So many giant plants, even in the sky. Amazing.
Theoretically, we should have gone straight into Debbie's dream. Things do seem to have gone a bit sideways.
Paimon is just speedwagging with all he
Anyway,
exists to
let's
provide
see if we can find
commentary.
any leads.
But if he was a shit kid with an annoying voice, I'd literally talk all the only time. Like, imagine as, like, I love Speedwagon. Speedwagon's great. He's a lovely man. I love his voice. Q Silverstein in the dub doing a great job. Cosmanthus Wine. But, like, imagine if any time in part 1 somebody asked Jonathan something and instead Speedwagon spoke for him. Like what are you doing? Lucky Scaramouche woman. I don't think he's a woman. I mean, maybe. He was made to be the robot body double for a woman, so I don't know why he's a manlet. Look at these one-time set pieces. I was gonna say, this is pretty. It's good to interact with it. Oh, you meant his follower. Oh, yeah. Fucking, yeah. Yeah, there was no real follow-up or fallout to her. I mean, I didn't really care, so I'm not offended by that, but still.
Everyone hold hands!
Do your worst.
With all my strength. Yeah.
Grant us your blessing.
I see everything!
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
The eye. Yeah, I believe his kit has officially started leaking. I definitely saw what looked like some low 480p ass videos on Twitter.
A door?
That looked like new footage of his actual in-game model.
Well, it's not like we have any other way to go now. Let's go in and have a look.
Kinda tempted to watch, but hey. People told me not to for Nahida. Ended up being very pleasantly surprised at getting diabetes even more than I would have usually by seeing her animations first time on stream. So I guess I'll try to hold off. Okay.
Hey, this place looks
Best
familiar.
Berserk
Isn't
Rider?
it Puspa Cafe?
I could argue that it doesn't even count, but Arc
She's
1.
right over there. Looks like we've come to the right place.
These alluring dreams often portray
Everything
a
about
real
Arc
life,
1 is
which
like a
concurs
10 out
with
of
our
10.
previous findings.
Really? Well, what about that space we were in just now?
Playing Witch of the 100 Night 2. Don't like the cast as much, or the story as much. But there's at least a drag queen and a giant raven. Neat.
You can't mean this is another collective dream?
Is this like that one Loon
Yes.
episode of My Little Pony?
Given
Maybe.
that so many people have been experiencing these beautiful dreams, I would say it's very likely that they're interconnected. Compared to an interconnected dream, independent individual dreams would be much harder to manage and manipulate.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Well, let's go talk with Debbie. Oh, but there are some other people next to her. Are they dreaming too?
If this space is exclusive to Debbie's dream, then the others beside her are most likely the people she cherishes. Anyway, we should confirm that first, just to be sure.
Huh. How do we do that?
Just leave it to me.
Okay.
The coffee here still tastes the same as ever. You two have traveled all around Tibet. Surely you've all tasted better coffee than this.
I suppose so, but no matter how good things may be elsewhere,
Oh boy.
nothing beats the taste of home.
That's right. It's hard to change your tastes.
This feels very NPC Masterpiece
Anyway,
Theater.
here's to your return
A
home.
lot of people
Welcome back, everyone.
in one place talking about very mundane things immediately.
Hey!
Huh. How could they be? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Huh? She sounds a little hesitant. I've confirmed that this dream belongs only to Debbie, because I'm unable to hear the thoughts of the other two people with her.
So, this is the power of the Dendro Archon? Paimon had better watch her thoughts from
So
now
that's a really cool gimmick I didn't talk about with Nahida. Her ability to at least Nahida is actually here. Her ability to read the thoughts of people around town. It seems like a really cool ability until you realize, oh, the only people who hang around town are NPCs. They don't put fucking, like, actual named characters or playable characters in the overworld, even though I've always said I really think they should. As, like, a fair compromise. So, like, hey, if you can't roll for this character, at least you can, like, see them hanging out around town. That's kind of neat, right? But, no. I believe I saw what I think was, some footage of, like, some people trying to use that power during the Archon quest. During, the segments where, you know, the actual named characters were kind of hanging out. Like, the feast at the end. And if you try to do it to them there, then you just get ellipses. You can't read their minds. Pretty lame.
Don't worry. I don't often use my powers like this. It's rather impolite. Alright.
Reads
I need
Venti's
to get
mind.
myself
Do not
ready.
do that.
It won't be
He's a
easy to
bad
break it to
influence.
her, but there's no avoiding it now.
The Great Dendroarchon! What brings you here?
I'm sorry to interrupt your celebration, but have you noticed that what's happening here doesn't quite match up with your memories?
I don't quite understand.
Diluc is not even at his
Dendroarchon.
bar.
What do you mean?
I get it. The Dendro Archon is trying to say that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Diluc is not at
that
his
we're able
bar.
to
None of
gather
the
here.
Knights of Favonius that are playable are actually at the Knights of Favonius headquarters, just the NPCs. It's rough. And again, and they've shown that they can do it, because during, like, main story quest or events, they will do that. Back during the second Golden Apple Archipelago event, remember how Venti would hang out on the roof of Diona's bar? Like, they could very, very easily do stuff like that. It seems like that's something so minor that would just, like, you know, kind of be some kind of consolation for people who can't get all these characters that they want. Just be like, oh, at least I can go to the roof and hang out with Venti.
Hey, how about a cup of coffee for all of you? My treat.
Nope.
We just returned from a fruitful adventure.
Memories. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity?
Think carefully. You of all people should know what really happened to them. Are you sure that meeting here and chatting the day away like this isn't just a product of your own wishful thinking?
Yes. The reports from the Steambird were true. The ship they were on struck a reef and sank. And I never heard from Basima and Gaspar again.
Hey, come on now. What are you talking about, Debbie?
Yeah, trust your memories. Nothing you see here is real.
I get it now. This is a dream, isn't it?
But since it's my dream, it doesn't matter if this is real or not. I enjoy the way things are here. I no longer have to face the tragedies of real life. These friends mean the world to me. Nobody else can understand me like they do. There's nothing wrong with continuing this dream. Is there?
I'm worried that if you were to continue dreaming like this, the lines between dreams and reality will gradually become too blurred for you. These dreams will always give you
Marky
what you
suddenly
want,
appear.
while reality remains full of pain and difficult situations. If you're not careful, you can get hurt.
Don't worry. I still have control. I won't let it go that far.
Are you sure?
Hey, how about we put all this troublesome stuff aside and get back to our coffee and snacks, Whether it's just a dream or real life, you should be
I
happy.
miss Marky a lot.
You can't just brush off
Again, hey,
something
we
like
might be
this.
seeing him again
You
relatively
don't even
soon,
know
one way or the
how
other.
People got here, or where you even came
People seem
from.
pretty receptive to the idea of doing the P5R subathon as like a part of the getting the new PC. So I was thinking about it. I was overthinking things. Like literally all I would need to do that it would be to like just count up how many girls there are in Persona 5, how many girls there are that are dateable, and then just like divide it by whatever however much the graphics card I want is, and then just like add a girl like in order that we can get their social links or something. Like just add a girl for every however much money.
Sorry. Paimon didn't mean to upset anyone.
I'm
No,
really dumb and
it's
overthink
alright.
things a lot. Don't mind
I
me.
understand that you're just trying to look out for me.
It seems that for now, this place is still relatively harmless for you. But I wonder if there's any way to go deeper
Wait,
into
let's
the
get
dream.
past the first palace secret. I don't even remember what. Again,
Now that you
the
mention
benefit
it,
of not having replayed it at
I
all in
once
my
heard
off
a
time
strange
since I
voice tell
did
me
the
that
blind
there's an
street live stream
entrance here.
playthrough of it.
I'm not interested in
I'm actually
checking
gonna
it out
be
at the moment, but
not blind, obviously,
maybe
but
I'll
like
go
there's a
in
lot
and have
of
a
like
look later.
minute
Okay.
details about the
Thanks
royal
for
version
your help.
specifically that I don't remember.
Just as I expected.
Like I don't remember
We're
exactly
only
when
on the
Maruki shows
surface
up.
of this dream. Let's go. Don't panic. This is how dreams work. We've left Debbie's dream, but the dream is still continuing onward. I'm not sure where it'll lead us. This dream has the ability to create imaginary people, which is why people are so unwilling to wake up.
If it weren't for what we just saw, Paimon might still find that a bit hard to believe.
He shows up when you crash his AA meeting and force him to give your team therapy. Ah, yeah, that's right.
I have
That's
a guess.
how it happened.
If these dreams are connected, then there should be some sort of order to them. The fact that Debbie was able to realize that she was dreaming means that she is not very deep in the dream yet. But the space we're in has been turned upside down. Do you remember the characteristics of dreams that I mentioned earlier?
Oh, right! Dreams are chaotic.
That's right. It's possible that we're heading deeper into this dream now, and the deeper we go, the closer we'll get to the essence of the dream.
Right! So
It's
the
royal, like,
answers might
6
be
times.
waiting for us deeper in
God.
the dream.
I've played Vanilla P5 like 10 times, so I think it makes up for it, but yeah. How much of the Rider fan base is like this? Too much. Hence why I don't go on Rider Twitter. Because 90% of the shit you see on there is literal brain donors who think Geats is like the new best season already. Geats is already turning into Build 2.0 in terms of like just the absurd amount of schlopping I've seen for how good it is.
Yes, and we should get ready for whatever we may encounter.
Yeah, I'm really curious what's going on here. Like, did we somehow miss one of the sages and he's still, like, harvesting or interfering with this shit somehow? Is Scaramouche actually out of his coma already? And just somehow
it
doing
looks like
shit?
we may need to put something inside there.
Did Dottore leave behind an evil weather machine? Or something? It's like slightly affecting the vapors. I don't know. Yeah, people who love Build, it's the best show ever. It's the only Rider show you need to watch. People who think 01 is the worst Rider show ever. People who think 01 is racist.
Make yourselves at home. Dance with the waves. Here.
Yield.
I don't token Twitter.
Do your worst.
Grow.
Is this the revenge of Stewie Griffin? Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna show up again already or not. Again, it's very, Scaramouche is a very, very odd duck right now. We have never had a character quite like this. Who's just kind of currently in limbo, and yet is still going to be playable. You don't think that's true from someone who loves Build?
Whoa.
Which
When
part?
It rains, it seems to disappear slowly.
Yes, and it appears again.
Again, like, everybody's Twitter circles are different. I don't know what kind of stuff you see every day still.
More like the Dendro slime that's trying to
But
get out of
every
sight.
time I happen down any kind of Toku Twitter hole, oh, the loving Geats part? Oh, okay, yeah, no. I'm just telling you what I've seen. Every week since the show has been airing, even after, both before and after I've stopped watching it, I see it trending. I see stray threads on my timeline, people talking about how great it is. Literally everybody and their mother has a KWA profile pic.
Wait. Paimon's confused.
People acting like he really is the new Kagami.
Good thing we didn't fall.
They think he's apparently the
we
best
did.
character in the
We
show.
just fell upwards.
That's not helping, Nahida. Paimon has no clue what's going on anymore.
I bet like that. I've seen almost as many people with KWA profile pics on Twitter as I have seen people with Scaramouche profile pics in the past 24 hours. Or whatever, more than a day. I'm tired. Whenever his drip marketing happened. What part of Bill do these people bring up? That's the best part. Literally nothing. It is always, always, always either nothing specific, just the show in general. They cannot get into any details about what about it is good and what makes it good. It is either nothing or Hazard Trigger. Every time, like clockwork. Hazard Trigger is so cool. I wish Hazard Trigger had a dick so I could suck it. Schlop, schlop, schlop.
Wait, weren't we already here a little earlier?
This is probably Ilmon's dream.
That's right, his strip marketing was on Halloween. Yeah, because
Why would he
Bohemian
start
Rhapsody, that's
dreaming
right.
again?
Yes, but it seems that the danger isn't enough to stop him from longing for his wife.
Based on what we've learned so far, he must be sleeping more deeply for his dreams to appear here.
But fortunately, he already knows this from before, so hopefully we'll be able to wake him up.
And if not, he'll walk off a cliff again and then he gets to be with his wife in death. Win-win? Question mark? Oh. Oh, he's with his whole family this time. Oh, no.
Ilmon!
Oh, it's you. Incredible. I didn't know you would appear in my dream, too.
Are we gonna run into the guy who got a new hammer at all? Or did we just solve his problem? He doesn't need to dream anymore.
Did you say dream? Wait, so you know this is a dream?
Of course. Such good things rarely happen to me in real life these days. Here, let me introduce everyone. This is Minar, my wife who I mentioned before. And this is our daughter, Hydar.
Hello. It's a great honor to meet the Dendro Archon.
You're worried if I did, I had to end up having a seizure.
No, the Dendro Archon.
Again, I look forward to finding out.
And what's this?
I look forward to
Is it a
finding
new
out.
toy?
Genuinely.
No, it's Paimon, not a toy.
I would love to see what it. I would
Anyway,
love to
now's
get
not
a
the time for
dissertation
that.
on what it is
Nahida,
people actually like the
this
show
doesn't
from
seem to
people
add up
who
with
aren't
what we were
complete fuck nuggets about it.
You're right. Let me think for a bit here.
Because I see nothing. It's like, literally, what does the show have? It has Banjo. His stuff is okay. He is one of the best parts of the show. He was one of my favorite secondaries because he was one of the best parts of the show, but in retrospect, the rest of the show sucked even worse than I thought. And he just can't hold up to other shows. He got demoted real fast. Kazumi shit's fine. Ultimately, I think he's underdeveloped, and I think his... I'm not talking about
Oh,
it.
right.
We'll talk about it later.
We didn't see him in a moment
Painful
of
place
dreams
for that.
earlier. Paimon thought
I
he'd
don't need to
gone
get
home.
mad already.
Sorry. I
All
just
I'll
had
say
to
is,
make sure that Hydar could get a
So
chance
long
to
as
see
you
her
do not
mother.
try to sell me that
I had gotten
people
pretty
like
familiar with the hike,
Utsumi
so I brought Hydar
are
with
some kind
me.
of misunderstood
I'm just glad we
paragon
didn't
of
meet
good
any
character
monsters along
writing.
the way.
Yes, I'm glad too.
Like, if
I
there are
didn't
just things you
expect
see
her
in the
to grow up
characters
so
that I don't,
fast.
or things you like
It must
about
have been very hard for her.
Evoldo!
I regret not being able
That
to
I don't,
fulfill
then
my
whatever.
role as a wife
But
and
if
a mother.
anybody
No, don't talk
Anybody
like that.
tries
Let's
to
leave all
explain to
that
me how the
unhappy
Heck
stuff
brothers
behind for
are
now.
actually criminally
Even if we're
underrated
in a
characters, and that
it's
their
still
story
a
is truly a
blessing that
great
we've been able to
Shakespearean
reunite
tragedy,
in this
and that
way.
they are the unsung heroes of Kamen Rider
What should
Build.
we do now?
I might
Should
ban
we
you.
Tell him the truth?
You can...
I might ban you.
You can let me break the news.
That's it.
I should be the one to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I should tell
fuck
you
the
that her
Heck
dream did
brothers.
not create us. We are real people with our own consciousness. Like the last time we met, we are still investigating this dream, and we've already learned some things about it.
So you mean there's something nefarious with this dream as well?
Xander,
Ilman,
you
what's
dick.
going on?
It seems the reunion of our family is destined to only be temporary.
Is Mom
Ban you.
leaving?
You won't do it, Dusk.
Maybe.
You have better taste than that.
But in all likelihood, that is indeed how things will end.
There is no way you respect the Heck brothers.
No, Mom, you can't leave!
I'm afraid I don't quite understand what's going on.
I'm talking about
Don't
this over
worry,
because this is
Haidar.
actually quite
Mom's
tragic.
not going anywhere.
I don't need to feel
Please, don't
things.
cry.
Minar doesn't understand any of this. I'm fully aware that this is a dream, so that's why I've never told her the truth, but... Never mind. It's not like I would know what to say. I mean, I don't get any of the complicated stuff. But regardless of
Literally
whether this
63
dream is good or
assets.
bad,
I wouldn't have a problem with them
you're here to resolve
if
it,
that was all they were
right?
there for. But no.
Yes.
Then please,
They actually tried to do shit with
let
them and
us
play it for
enjoy this
drama.
moment for just a while longer.
They actually expected
Regardless
the audience
of
to
whatever
give a shit
caused
about
this
them.
dream to come to pass, I feel extremely grateful to have had the chance to reunite with my family. But does this
Hey,
dream
Stu, Scaramouche is still trending.
really have to disappear?
I'm afraid so. Sorry.
178,000
Okay, I see. Please,
right now.
come this way. You can go even deeper into the dream by heading in this direction. I have heard that the further down you go, the more pleasant the dreams become. And the more you want to stay. The answer you're looking for may also be found there. Go ahead.
Thank you for helping us. And I'm truly sorry.
You're welcome. It's not like I have any say in the matter. I'm just an ordinary person after all. Who am I to interfere with the work of a god? I'll be right behind you. I should at least let Minar and Haidar know what's going on here. Otherwise, my daughter might be mad at her mother after we wake up.
I want to like Gentoku, but there's one specific thing about him that makes me see red.
That depends on how you define good and bad.
Like, and Gentoku is responsible for, like, what might be the single biggest, not plot hole, but like, wait, what? The most single bit of, wait, what? That literally is contradictory to everything you've done up until this point. I don't like his beard either. I do not like his beard either, but no, this is purely non-biased. This is purely a writing choice that happens with him.
Place again.
A little over halfway
this
through.
place is almost like a flight of stairs that connects all the dreams together.
But they appear to be getting more and more aggressive. Regular stairs wouldn't try to attack us.
Do I think Nico did something that set Scaramouche on this course that we didn't see? I don't know. I mean, she gave him the Gnosis with no fuss. I'm not sure if she told him something else along with it.
Right. Something seems to be off about our theory. Ilmon is clearly aware that he's dreaming, and he's enjoying it. Rather than dreaming on a deeper level, he almost seemed more awake.
I believe we're on the right track, but we just need another explanation. It's not that the dreams are getting deeper, it's the owner's attachment to the dreams that's
did a little
stronger.
trolling.
But
She would.
you would never mistake dreams for real life, right?
She told him that if he became a giant robot, his mommy would finally love him. I'm very curious to see his about lines. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
Sometimes, Paimon almost wishes her dreams could be
See
real.
how he feels about crazy
But
Aunt Nico.
It's just a quick thought. It's not long before Paimon's thinking about other things, like sticky honey roast.
Listen, we're real beings living in the real world.
By the
and
way, I
that's where
fucked
our
your
focus
mom.
should be.
Bury the light in the
This also explains the insubstantiality
Terrible.
of our dreams. No matter what they may become, we don't really care. But if we decide to abandon reality and embrace our dreams, then our dreams will become far more substantial.
Miss Soar was okay when she was. Miss Soar was okay before she had a personality ectomy.
Get it now?
Your mind will begin to build the dream.
The
far
alien
more
stuff was
attentively,
stupid, but in
which in
general,
turn will make it feel more real.
after the first
Do you
13
remember
episodes or
how
whatever,
the
she
Akasha can
sucked.
turn dreams into jnana energy?
She went from having an
Constructing
actual
a realistic
personality,
dream
doing the
consumes
funny
similar
Iduru
energy.
thing, to being like, oh, I'm just gonna be boring and cry a lot, and they're gonna put me in really ugly, dumpy, frumpy looking clothes.
Does that mean there's a host of these dreams
Whoop-de-doo,
here like you
lady.
during the Zero's festival?
Wow, you can act. You can cry
If we wake that
convincingly.
person
Wow.
up, this collective dream
What
will
an
end,
interesting
right?
character.
Mm-hmm.
Might
Most
mean more if
likely.
what you were crying
But the
about was
collective
actually,
dream of Sumeru
valid
City was created
or
by the
memorable in any
Akasha,
way. But hey,
And now the Akasha has been turned off.
good for you.
This has nothing to do with the
You could act in
Aranara,
better shows
and
once this
humans
is over.
are not capable of creating a collective dream, which means...
Scarouge actually did totally pull a Urizen, didn't he? Shit. Why are there so many Virgils in this game?
Huh? So, did someone manage to restart the Akasha?
That's impossible. But they are probably a scholar of the Academia who had a close connection with the Akasha. Even so, how did they
Can't remember the name
manage
of the
to
second
do
girl
it?
from Build,
And
Misora.
how did they choose the host?
Or wait, no, Misora's the first one. Fucking, Sawa? It's Sawa.
Yeah, we haven't
I only
gotten to
remember
the
her
end
because I
yet.
did like what they did with her.
Once we know their motive,
I liked that
all the
whole
questions will
plot
resolve
twist with her in the
themselves.
middle. It's just that afterwards she was completely irrelevant. There was almost no point in having that plot twist with her when she proceeded to just fade into the background and do nothing for the rest of the show.
Hey! Sharing my knowledge! Here!
This dance is for you.
Nowhere to run!
Hear my prayer.
Good time!
Also, I was fully not prepared to be in a domain. So I do not have a healer. I should be, being slightly more careful. Oh god!
Everyone hold hands!
Judgment is upon you. Guilty!
Virgil saw a lot of women coincidentally within the vicinity of Fioyo's orphanage. Oh god! How many extra siblings does Nero have? Stream dropping frames for anybody else? Yep, yeah,
The
it's going
water
red
that
again.
used to be here has turned into
No
rain.
idea what's
Then
causing
let's
that,
get through
but
here
just
before the water
give it a
level
minute.
rises.
Hopefully it'll even out. Yeah, not sure what's causing that. It happened once yesterday and once earlier tonight. There we go. We should be back to normal now. It's back to green. Do we not want to count Virgil's Honkai spawn? No, we can count them. But don't talk about Namba. There's nothing to fucking say about Namba. Oh man, this old man is totally a legitimate threat. I'm totally terrified of this random old man who wants to fuck a box. When there's an evil Keikaku snake man running around. I totally believe this guy's a real threat. Ah. So intimidating.
Wow, a new place. Well, it's just new to Paimon in this dream.
This should be the final destination.
Huh? Really?
I love those movies.
Yeah, these are just ordinary city streets.
I have powers related to dreams, so it's usually easy for me to tell who's dreaming and who's created by dreams. I guess only those who have thoroughly accepted this dream will be able to come here.
There are so many people here. How can we find the host?
Don't worry, I have a way.
One and two are peak. Yes, they are. Oh. Okay.
I see everything.
Lisa's always so calm. I wish I were the same.
He's just in an ordinary dream, so it shouldn't be him. Hey!
Shadia has such good taste. I can never go wrong with her opinion.
No, it doesn't seem to be her. Everyone hold him!
Who doesn't want a dream to last forever?
He's just entered the dream recently. It's definitely not him. However...
Who doesn't want it?
Ah.
You know, I've heard that plants grow better if you play music for them. And on that note, it's been a while since I last heard you play.
Sorry, I've been a little busy these last couple days.
Moasis. It's like the band Oasis, but Moe. Ah, those cats. They know what they did.
Oh, the Dendro Archon. What a pleasant surprise.
Hmm? Oh, welcome, Great Dendro Archon. And your companions, too. Welcome. I'm Amira. I run the flower shop here. And this is my husband, Moses.
It's
Yes, how may
Aizen,
we
holy
help you?
shit!
You already know all about me.
Oh,
There's
no.
no need for all the pleasantries. Perhaps I should call you the dream's owner?
As expected of the Dendro Archon.
Oh
I'm
my god,
sorry,
is he
Amira.
actually
It
Aizen?
seems my research has attracted the Dendro Archon's attention.
Oh my god, he's actually Aizen!
Why don't you go back to the flower shop? I'll come help you a little later.
Okay, of course, dear. I'll see you later.
Fuck. Alright, it's this random person,
It
apparently.
appears that I was too naive to think I could deceive the Dendro Archon in person like this. To
If
avoid
you slick
looking
your
like too
hair
much of
back,
a
I'm
fool,
suing.
Allow me to ask the first question. How well would you say you
They
understand
don't have the
this
budget
dream?
for that. We're fine. They won't do it.
This dream was built by the Akasha, and it has the power to create imaginary people who no longer exist in the real world. As for you, you found a unique way to become the owner of this dream, going so far as to have even given up the ability to wake up again.
Given up the ability to wake up?
Impressive. You
Oh,
truly
man.
are the embodiment
He's like
of
that cult leader
wisdom.
from Cowboy Bebop.
Please, tell me how you were able to arrive at such a conclusion. In return, I'll answer the question you're most curious about.
It's
Sounds like
simple.
Discount DC
Apart
Douglas.
from you, this space
It's
only
definitely
consists
not,
of real
but
people
it
who
sounds
are
like that's what
dreaming
he's trying to
and
go for.
imaginary people who are created here. Although you are here and appear no different from the others, I can't sense your dream. How can I wake up a person who's already awake?
Fascinating.
Since you're the fully awake owner of this dream, it can never collapse from you waking up. Theoretically, this should also give you absolute control over this place. I have to admit, it really doesn't get much better than that. But even knowing all of that, one question remains. How did you do it?
Isn't the answer right in front of you, great Dendro Archon? It's because I've dedicated my entire reality to this dream. I uploaded my entire consciousness into the Akasha when it was still running.
That's fucking that's not cool.
Actually, this all started because of an accident. My original goal was not about the Akasha or a collective dream.
No. You were motivated above all to create a hyper-realistic person. The desire to reconnect with a real loved one is the one shared sentiment between all our dreamers.
That's right. However, human models are too complicated. Only the Akasha has a jnana energy supply powerful enough for me to generate and sustain my models. The Akasha is truly magnificent. If I siphoned a minuscule amount of its energy, nobody would even notice. And even this minuscule amount of energy was already more than enough for my purposes. Even using just crude methods, I was still able to train a fairly realistic person. I named my first work Amira.
Huh? You mean the girl we just saw?
She and I entered the academia on the same day.
So this guy's just a way creepier, skeezier version of Reg Barclay.
Because of that one day, we
from
eventually went on
Star
to fall
Trek
in
Next
love.
Generation.
We studied, conducted research.
In
and
his
made
first
breakthroughs
episode,
together.
he was
Our
using the
rhythm was always in
hologram to
step.
create a
I felt like we were two separate bodies that
Troy
shared
replica
the same
to hit on,
heart.
because he was too scared to hit on the real Troy.
However, Elazar later took her from me.
So you're butthurt and want I mean, I assume you're trying to help other people who have lost loved ones, but
Yes, I need more training samples to perfect Amira's personality.
your wife who has droopy eyes, she looks
I
dumb.
found their details in the Akasha's database. Using the pretext of testing for mental health disorders, I implanted signaling devices in their bodies. This way I could connect them to a network, and Amira could feel their yearning. Little by little, they helped her to grow and develop a warm, human personality. To improve my efficiency and allow myself to focus on nothing but my research, I uploaded my consciousness as well, and became a part of the network.
So, technically speaking, it's not that you won't wake up, it's that you can't wake up.
Yes, because the Akasha was suddenly turned off, I lost all of my jnana energy. I became imprisoned in the very network I had constructed. At first, I panicked. But, after coming to grips with the situation, I realized that I could restart this world as long as I could find a replacement source of jnana energy.
That means everyone in the network is providing you with jnana energy.
That's all there really is to it. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just saving them as well as myself. I provide a beautiful dream.
Unironically,
In return,
Maruki.
I harvest their jnana energy as fuel
Weren't we talking
for
about
the
Maruki
dream.
earlier?
They can wake up anytime they wish. People need to sleep anyway, so why not have some beautiful dreams while they rest?
I agree. This is the home we spent a great deal of effort on to build for ourselves.
Yeah, she's right. We're staying here of our own free will.
I don't understand this at all, but I just want to spend some more time with my family. I don't want them to be sad.
Thank you, dear. Great Dendro Archon, I hope you can understand.
You don't need to gather around here. It's all right. The
Whatever.
great Dendro Archon is
Whatever.
nothing if not
Gibble
kind and
gabble,
considerate
gibble
towards her
gabble.
people. She won't interfere
Except we
with
didn't
what
abduct
we're
this guy
doing.
from Alcoholics Anonymous.
Uh-oh. Now he's playing dirty.
It seems like I won't need you to answer my last question. You're willing to tell me all your secrets because you have nothing to fear. If you use real people as your weapon and turn them against their Archon, then there's nothing the Archon can do.
They just want to be with the people they cherish. I don't think there's anything wrong with me providing them with that opportunity. They don't wish to eternally part with their spouses and friends. What's so wrong about that? If you understood humans a little better, or had also experienced firsthand the absolute devastation of loss, then perhaps you wouldn't be so cold towards us.
There was a Parasite Eve rumor going around before this announcement.
If you had used your talents and determination for a just cause, You could have become a sage of the new
Symbiogenesis
generation.
is not a Parasite Eve project, but an NFT
You've
art
committed one of
project
the
launching
6
in
cardinal
spring
sins of the
2023.
academia
Thanks,
by
Square!
attempting the forbidden and fearing none. You equated people's feelings with cold
Outstanding.
Nana energy and deprived them of the pain that they have to face.
Friendly reminder,
You
do not
lured
support
them
anything
into these
Square Enix
dreams,
does.
And even now, remain completely
No
unaware
games
of
they
how
have right
evil
now are
all
worth
this
it.
truly is.
Pain.
Do not buy
Ruin.
Final Fantasy 16.
Those kinds of things haven't existed here from the moment this world was created.
I was gonna say, I think somebody was asking about that the other day.
She's right here.
I didn't know what
This
he,
is
I didn't know what he
Elmo's
was talking
child,
about really, because
Haida.
yeah, because it was Parasite Eve, because I don't know anything about Parasite Eve, but yeah,
My daughter?
I think I remember that.
What's wrong with her?
This dream relies on a set network, which means that only those with devices planted in their bodies can enter this world. Carefully think back and retrace your steps.
I secretly went back to the mountainside with Haidar. Minar was already there waiting for me, and Haidar was able to see her mother.
Even gacked. Nope, do not
mean-
Final Fantasy VII Remake either.
She isn't
Crisis Core,
actually
nope.
the real Haidar?
No.
I don't want to play it.
Because unlike
I'm not
you,
going to unless
she
I'm
can't
paid to.
enter this dream. The
I
moment
love
you
Crisis
came into
Core.
this dream,
I would
it
love
created a
I would love
Haidar
to play an
to
updated
realize your
version
wish
of Crisis Core.
reuniting
I
with your
can't
family.
deal with the new voice
So,
acting.
Tell me,
I can't deal with the new
where's
English
the
voice
real
acting, and I do
Haidar?
not want to support Square Enix right now.
She's still out there on the mountainside.
that's right. And she must
I
have
have
been
no sway.
terrified
I'm
to
not a
see her
social
father
media
not in his
influencer. I
right
can't tell
mind.
people to boycott. If you also want to buy the
Not
stuff,
to
that's
mention
fine.
the monsters in that area.
But I have no desire to
Situation is
support
very
anything they do right now.
dangerous.
If Haidar's still out there, then
Oh,
What are you
Parasite Eve. Oh, it's a
talking
game? I
about,
thought it was
Dad?
an anime. I'm dumb.
I don't understand.
I must wake up right now. I can't leave her there alone.
Oh.
It seems the others have also remembered something. People
Yeah, they've got to
try
feed their
avoid
pets. They
pain
can't stay here.
and stay in their perceived bubbles of safety out of an instinct to protect themselves. This is human nature, but it is also one of their weaknesses. However, why are there still so many people striving to move forward, even when they know the path ahead is dangerous and painful? It's because people don't only live for themselves. They have families, loved ones, friends, and communities. They have dreams that they are still trying to achieve. But in this dream, you showed them only the most comfortable and soothing things. This entire world has been built on the foundation of buried and unseen pain.
It's Resident
It's
Evil with
all
RPG
just a
elements.
well-devised scam.
It seems like I've stayed in the dream for too long.
I still have so many things I haven't done.
I
Nomura
thought
gets
gods
removed as
didn't
a
understand
director. Not
humans.
good enough.
That would have explained why they created such a flawed world where countless tragedies took
Yes, I
place.
feel like he is the main
I
cancer
didn't expect you to arrive at the answer through sheer power of observation.
behind a lot of like individual
But
projects.
unfortunately, it means nothing now.
But
If you
the
wanted to
company
spend a
itself,
little time in the
whoever
waking
the
world,
president
go
is or
right
whatever is who
ahead.
put him in charge
In
of these
any
projects,
case, I wanted to spend some time alone
despite
with
him being
Amira.
very, very incompetent.
As
He's
long
literally
as
just
this
a
dream
fucking art
continues to
director.
exist,
He should
he'll
not be
come
writing
back.
ever.
Humans aren't as strong as you think, and even if you're a
He
god,
should not have any
they won't
creative
always
control
listen to you.
outside of art direction.
It's time to purge all the extraneous data and noise.
Monsters, be careful! All of you, please get out of here and find somewhere safe.
I am the master of this dream. I can create endless waves of monsters with the snap of a finger. Don't worry, they'll wake up before they get hurt. Amira doesn't like to see others in pain. If you know what's good for you, bleed now!
Nowhere to run!
Wait, this might hurt a little. I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
HV say what now?
Positions. Huh. Yeah.
Trash mob.
This dance is for
Very,
you.
very friendly. Go away.
Hey,
Hear my prayer!
Through me, justice is served.
Easy clap.
You haven't won just yet.
This dream is mine! If I go into hiding here,
How about that
not
lower
even
game
an
that came out for
Archon can
13
ever
Sentinels?
find
Which
me.
one?
And as long as people
Dragon's
yearn
Crown?
for happiness, they will return here and rebuild this paradise!
Would playing that make me happy? Maybe? I don't know. I've never played it. I own it.
This dream is spiraling
Because it was
out
super,
of
super
control.
cheap at one point. Oh god. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never played it precisely because of the art direction in that game.
Oh no. Amira. Amira. Amira!
I'm sure if I can look past it, it's probably alright. Obviously,
Amira,
13
are you
Sentinels is
alright?
great. I love Odin's Sphere.
Feel well.
I don't feel
No,
so good.
no, no! Please, no!
Oh no, I'm a furry! I can't have sex with this at all! Wow!
Get away from there. Don't ruin my flowers.
What should I do? Where did it go?
Was that the other one? Nordic theme? Dragon's Crown, yeah. Oh no, Odin's Sphere. Oh, you mean Odin's Sphere. Yeah, Odin's Sphere was their first one.
Do your worst.
I think.
Shall prevail.
Maybe there was something else before that. Yeah, definitely should have brought a healer here. Did not realize we would spend half of this quest in a domain. We really just kind of got thrust into this.
Nowhere to run.
Here. All eyes on me.
Just shut up!
Yeah, those were some HOVS Lego bricks.
For yourself. Who am I? I'm
Glad that's over. But what happened just now?
He's not very proficient in using the Akasha's technology, and he spent a lot of Jnana energy creating monsters. Now the system is out of control. All the people he created also turned into monsters, including Amira. It's terrible, even for a dream.
Transformations, yeah.
Even Paimon's freaked out. Paimon can't imagine what they're going through.
The good news is that the chaos seems to have subsided. Now we only need to wake up the people here and let them return to their real lives.
Amira. My dear Amira. They're all gone. It was just a big dream after all. I couldn't change my fate, and my knowledge turned out to be useless. What a cruel world.
Do you still think this is our fault?
I don't care about that anymore. The Jnana energy used to sustain this dream has all been transformed into monsters. This dream will soon collapse and my consciousness along with it. Let me disappear with Amira. I'd rather turn into dust than to ever wake up again.
It seems that everything that's happened is too much for him. He's lost all hope.
I want to say he's getting what he deserves. So I will. I don't feel sorry for him.
I think seeing Amira turn into a monster was punishment enough for him. After comprehending the hollowness of the unreal, it's time to revisit the meaning of existence.
Existence? I'm different from the others. I've long given up everything outside of my consciousness.
My mommy says I'm
Using
special.
my knowledge of the Akasha, I have a way to extract your consciousness from here and put it inside a knowledge capsule. The Academia has probably kept your body, so you should be able to wake up soon.
No need. Just let me disappear. Reality means nothing to me now.
This isn't compassion. I won't let you escape your punishment by simply disappearing.
This isn't a pity kill.
After that, it'll be up to you how you want to exist.
You're going back to the real world and going to jail,
Alright,
fuck
Traveler
boy.
and Paimon, we should go back. We can finally wrap up this whole thing.
Try promoting 3 pillars to when it's Christmas cake's delicious.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I would kill for a Dawn Brothers cake.
What's wrong, Nahida?
Oh, nothing. Let's tell the people here to gather at a moment of dreams after they wake up.
Oh, great. You're awake. Everybody has started to wake up, and we've heard similar reports from around the city as well. From the looks of it, you were able to successfully resolve the issue.
Yes, though it took us a good deal of effort. There will be many people gathering here shortly, so please do your best to maintain order. I need to go to the academia with them now, but we'll be back soon.
Rider cake shafted to onore decado.
Are we going to ask about that scholar?
Yes, but it may take some time for him to wake up after his consciousness returns to his body. We can leave the rest to the Matra.
Oh, it's the great Dendro Archon. How can I help you?
I would like to check the registration
Look at how
records of a
respectful everybody is.
Kashara scholar.
They get it.
He should be in an unconscious state right now.
Okay, just a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dendro Archon. We have confirmed that there's a scholar named Beinuni who's been unconscious for a while. The cause was improper operation of the Akasha. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, and is still receiving treatment at Bimarstan.
Huh? Isn't his name Moses?
I guess he didn't want to be recognized or bothered by anyone. Please, give the knowledge stored in this to the Matra and ask them to import it into Beinuni's brain.
Understood. But for safety reasons, I need to know why.
It's simple. This contains his consciousness. It's long been trapped inside of a dream. He's committed an act that affected the safety of Sumeru. After he wakes up, I'll inform the General Mahamatra of all the details.
I see. I'll take care of this right away. Thank you, great Dendro Archon.
No problem. Alright. Everyone should have gathered at a moment of dreams by now. Let's head back.
You decay.
Let's be quiet and just listen in. I wonder what she's going to say.
To be
Hello,
or not
all
to
of
be?
you who have just
That
woken
is
up.
the question.
I'm sorry for interrupting your beautiful dreams. I may have acted a little cold when handling things in the dream. I sincerely apologize for that. Dreams have amazing power. They inspire us to remain resolute in the face of adversity and help those with aspirations achieve their desires. But dreams also have the potential to exploit people,
Actually,
confuse
won't
the
come back this way
senses,
to show
and
money.
distort the
That's
truth.
totally what it is in most cases.
Unfortunately, you're
Like,
all
look at people like
chosen as
Shoichi
prey
from
for an
Agito.
elaborate scheme.
Like, his
As
actor's
I said
totally
before,
cool. He always seems
I am
super
still
excited to be
learning
back when he does come
and
back, but they
cannot
just
fully
don't
empathize
ask
with
him
the
back
pain
very
of all
much.
the loss you've experienced.
Because
But
Agito's
just
not a
take
very
good look
popular
around
season.
you, and you'll see many other people
So when
who
they
have
can't
had
even be
similar
asked to shill out money, they're gonna
experiences.
shill it
You
for a
should be
more
proud
popular
that you've been
season.
able to gather here
That'll
and
make
look
them some
toward
of
the
that money
future
back.
Together. The path of life is long, and it's hard for us to see the destination. This leads us to ask a lot of difficult questions. What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of my existence? Why do I keep experiencing pain and loss? Of course, the most comfortable choice is to stop progressing. Give up thinking, and just keep repeating whatever you're already familiar with. Whenever you have such thoughts, just look at the people and things around you. Some people work hard all day so that their families can have a hot meal on the table at night. Some people travel all over the world in order to create art that resonates with all of Teyvat. Some venture in search of the world's secrets to prevent rapidly approaching, yet still unknown, world-shattering catastrophes. Life is not just about yourself. Each and every one of your actions shapes you and the world around you. Look, friends and family will remember what you've done, and even some people you've never met may benefit from your actions. Therefore, many people will strive forward to forge new paths, even if they have to endure great pain to do so. Once you begin your journey on that same difficult yet rewarding path, you'll come to know the answers to those big existential questions, yet they will no longer feel as life-defining as they did before. But if you were to believe that life is nothing but an empty, ephemeral dream, then that's also the only thing it'll ever become. You're free to choose how you want to live your lives, but as your Archon, I should first make this information known to everyone. In the end, it's up to you whether you want to embrace a beautiful dream at the cost of your real life.
Nahida said she wanted
Carrot
to speak with
Ajax
us
Y.
alone.
The wizard cast have barely returned for anything. They got Rinko back. They got Rinko back for that fucking, that shitty girls club special. She's not a rider, so I'm sure she barely got a chance to do anything and probably got overshadowed by other people who they got back. But she was there.
Amazing, Nahida!
That's cool.
Paimon was nearly won over by that scholar in that dream.
Well, he's very good at manipulating the weaknesses of human nature, but perhaps he himself had fallen prisoner to them long ago. That dream was incredibly beautiful and enticing. Ordinary people couldn't see through it.
She only showed up in the last minute. Of
within
fucking
it.
course she did.
But as long as you can still wake up, you can still move
I
forward
believe
with
you.
your life.
Rinko and not Mayu? Well, you know why Mayu wasn't there.
Huh? What makes you say that?
They played Wizard's theme hand over her handcuffing a criminal. Good God. Drivecast? Nope. Drive is also not a very successful season in the eyes of Toei, because it came out when Yokai Watch was popular.
Right! You said that you didn't understand human
Hence why the
feelings,
next season
but
was Ghosts.
we
That
saw
worked out
how
so well for them, didn't
considerate
it?
you were with all these people. Your speech just now really connected with everyone.
Wizard's theme playing over her feels disrespectful. If you want to count the novels as canon, fucking, she is his wife, I guess. When you become someone's spouse in Kamen Rider, do you also acquire the rights to their theme song? I don't know. I'd have to look at the fine print on that one.
Thank you. I've heard a lot of sad stories along this journey, and several of them have touched my heart. You can't say that the victims of the dream really did anything wrong, and what they wanted was also not unreasonable. That's why I could understand them when they tried to resist us and protect the dream. But all of my understanding and stirred feelings probably
I was gonna say,
can't
does
even
Axel
account
have a
for
theme
even
song?
1%
Does
of
Axel's
the
theme
pain
song
we've
ever played over
experienced.
Akiko?
I don't think this 1% can
Real
be
question is
seen
whether or not
as
that
an
costs exclusive to
example of
Kamen
what
Rider.
we
I mean,
call
yeah, in
empathy.
general. In general, is that a rule?
You're too hard on yourself, that's for sure.
What's the point of what's the point of marrying someone if you can't use their theme song? Exactly. You should be a little more confident in yourself. You did good.
Alright. I suppose going out into the world will help my confidence grow.
Damn right.
I've learned that emotions are nothing like knowledge, and that's why it's hard for me to put them into words sometimes. Benuni, or Mercedes, said that I had never personally felt the pain of loss. But I have a vague feeling that this isn't true.
Yeah.
The moment I entered the dream, I felt like I was wrapped in a blanket of warm feelings. It was so warm that it felt like I had returned to the start of my life. And I didn't want to wake up anymore.
Oh. Yeah, just because the world forgot she existed doesn't mean she never did. It's just that nobody remembers anymore. So you probably would have felt her in that world.
But when I opened my eyes, the feeling was gone without a trace. If I have to make an analogy for it, I would say I can no longer see words on a piece of paper after they have been erased, but I can still see the slight indentations of where the words had been written.
That is a much more colorful version of what I was just saying, yes.
But now that
she really likes her
experienced
metaphors.
this dream, I think I can say with confidence that I won't dwell too much on the meaning of that warmth. It's enough that I can tell I was once supported by that warmth, and its existence has allowed me to get to where I am today. If I dwell too much on its exact nature, I would be putting the cart before the horse. I gave a speech to inspire my people, so if I were to fail to live up to those words myself, then that would be too embarrassing.
Data Lord Ruka Devada has already shaped Nahida through her actions. Even if she's been forgotten, Nahida's mind and willpower are the proof that she once existed. Instead of telling her the truth, I should probably respect their decision.
Hey, what's with that serious look?
Yeah, it was really stupid of me to even consider going back on that.
You keep looking like there's something you want to say. Is there anything you want to tell me?
I forgot.
Okay. Since we just woke up, let's stretch a little bit. A new day is about to begin.
Oh. Oh, Houndoom Halloween costume. That's adorable. Alrighty. That one wasn't too bad. That one wasn't too bad at all. It was slightly NPC Masterpiece Theater, but again, at least we did spend the majority of the time with it on Nahida. And ultimately it was about her, you know, helping out her people. Giving her a chance to do cool shit now that she's finally out of her cage. I didn't mind that one. It was alright. I kind of want to do it. Is there a tier list for character stories? I kind of want to do one of those. I think that'd be kind of interesting at some point to like really dissect like where they all fall. Have you kind of figured out that they basically split up into two categories, actually being about the characters in NPC Masterpiece Theater. But yeah, that was really cute. Nahida in general is very, very cute. Like I said, I think this was a really good fucking patch. It really, really was. I enjoyed this one immensely, a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I had very little hype for this one. Again, not many people were fucking talking about this one just because of the lack of a new area or anything. But, yeah, story in this one was really strong. I'm actually very, very, very interested in where we go from here. Even beyond just going to Fontaine. Whenever that happens in another, basically a year, probably. Even beyond that, just, again, assuming that thing I saw about having more, interlude quests, like Shenhei and Yelan's. Assuming that was correct, then I look forward to kind of seeing what's up with there. I'm sure that's how the Scaramouche stuff is probably gonna... It's probably gonna happen Beachy 10 years after. I unironically want it. Even with the risk of it being shit. Even with the risk of it being shit, I unironically want it. Mihoyo are still cowards for taking away her smile. They're still cowards for taking away her smile, but hey. It's fine. If the trade-off for her smile was this being some of the best writing in the game in quite a fucking while, then I'll live. But alright. Not sure when we'll be back with more. I will wait and see what's up with that new event whenever it starts. Gonna play Yakuza 7 Dusukino. If it's got like an actual story going on, if we're actually hanging out with characters we know and give a shit about, then I'll find a way to stream it. If it's NPC Masterpiece Theater, since it is just like kind of a Pokemon battle type thing apparently, and if there's not much, even if it's voice acted, if there's not any like actual interesting plot to it, I might just do it off screen. We'll see. And chapter 1 should be done tomorrow. Ooh, very nice. But one way or the other, we'll definitely be back for the second half of the patch whenever that happens. In 14 days, 2 weeks. We'll be right back here to pull for we're gonna the game plan is to try and snipe a Layla from the Child and Miko rerun, and hopefully snipe it early enough that we can go for one of their weapons, preferably Miko's. That is gonna be the one I'm routed towards. The new event is literally tomorrow. Of course it is. All right, well we'll see. Like I said, I will risk spoilers, or somebody can tell me if they get it done before me, about like how actually interesting the event is. Again, normally the events are pretty fun. Normally the events do have plot, but like I don't know, something about this one being a Pokemon battle type thing, and just the fact that what's it called? The fact that I've just seen very little hype for this patch. I'm like, I wonder if there's actually gonna be anything to that. Remember when people said Child is only good at C6? You don't have to think at C6. Like, he's good in general. It's just that having him in C6 makes him Gungaga mode, where you don't have to worry about the cooldown on his skill. Which I would love to do. Again, if at any point they decide, oh man, we're gonna add a second... They can't just add new characters to the pool, because the phrasing in these banners like very specifically specifies these characters will not be added to Epitome Invocation. Or Wanderlust Invocation. Like, they will not be added here. So what they would have to do, but I do think they... I do still think they should do this, is to add a second standard banner. Add a second standard banner with a different name, and start adding characters there. Because as I mentioned in the Discord at one point during the stream, like, the rerun system is currently fucked. It has officially been over a year since Hu Tao's last rerun. It's not been slightly less long for Eula. Like, the fact that we have double reruns now should mean that these things are cycling out very quickly, and they're just not. Because instead they're doing stupid shit like giving you a Mia a rerun less than 3 months after she already had a rerun. So yeah, something's fucked here. They either need to fix their shit, have triple reruns, or... I think this needs to happen either way. Like I said, have a second standard banner, and add, like, less popular, less broken characters to it. Like any character who is not as much of a hot seller, who is not as game-breaking as people like the Archons, just fucking toss them in there. Toss like another 5 and add them in there. You can add like Albedo, Child, fucking Eula maybe. And I don't know, someone else. I'm not gonna. This isn't a tier list. I'm not gonna think about who the least useful 5 stars are, but you get what I mean. They need to do something. Also, Emporium. Yeah. There's a lot of shit posts around comparing that site like stat aggregators or poll aggregators, whatever you want to call them, sites that keep track of who's pulling for what. It's like it is like 20 to 1 people pulling for you, Nahida, compared to people pulling for Yoimiya. It's really, really sad. They really do not like her. And that makes me very sad. She's great. She deserves better. Anyway, I'ma stop rambling. Thank you all very much for joining me. Special thanks to Fusion, Go-Kart, Vroom Vroom. If you want to help support me not buying the Cabbage Patch Kid's weapon, I'm not gonna do it. I will resist, I promise. Check out links in the description. Love you guys. Bye-bye.